Okay, working. Okay, so it's done. I have here the rule of the thirds, so I can do a better composition. I don't know if all of you know the rule of the thirds. Do you know how to use it? Okay.
No.
Bam. No?
And I
Okay.
don't think if anyone does, chime in. I know I don't. I haven't really played around with a lot of
Okay.
software like this, so.
Okay. The rule of the thirds, it's a photography and video rule. Okay. It's not related to softwares or tools, but with photo concepts. For example, if I want to do a nice composition for photography and with video, I need to use this. You have seen on those digital cameras some guides.
Yes.
Okay, these guides are this rule of the thirds. Okay, these are very important for us for composition. For example, we have here 4 areas. That are the areas where the guides touch themselves. Now I just changed the size with proportional, holding Shift, Control, and move with the mouse. I'm going to duplicate this with Control D. I'm dragging this just to explain this concept for all of you. Okay. So these are the 4 points that we must work. Okay. Let's think that this is a photo or a video area. Those 4 points are called the golden points. It means that my objective, the main purpose of my photo or my video must be over one of these points or more than one of them. Okay.
So you're saying the video should be inside those 4 points, in the middle of those, right? That's the rule of thirds, would you say? Is that what you're explaining?
No, I'm going to take I'm going to show you an example. I'm going to import an image that I was working today, for example. A soccer player.
So I guess your team's Portugal then, in FIFA? Or do you like Brazil? Because Brazil's got a hell of a soccer team. Wow.
Yes.
God, they're good.
Here they have a lot to.
Well, Portugal's big on soccer, eh? Like, that's a huge country for soccer, too.
Yes.
Yeah. Or European football, I should say.
I'm going to take this. Okay. So I'm importing a bitmap image inside of Inkscape. Okay. I have cut this picture before, okay? But let's say that I have this man, for example, in a scenario, and I want to have a shot for a photo or for a video. So let's study this picture. I have a man running, and he's running turned to the right, okay? So one important rule of the thirds is that this guy must be over those 2 points or over those 2 points here. Never in the middle. Never. I only use the object of my picture in the middle when it's so big that it can be over the 4 points, for example. So if this guy let's say this part here is too big to be over the 4 points, it can be in the middle. But in any other case, this guy here should be over those 2 points or over those 2 points here. Okay. Why I have put him over those 2 left points and not over those points on the right? Because he's looking to the right. We have a very important concept in the music, in illustration, in photograph, that is silence is important. The white point is important. The empty is important. It means that if this man is looking to the right, so he should be on the left, because it will tells to the viewer, for you that are looking to this picture, that it's an important thing that he's looking on the right. So we try to use this empty space to generate a curiosity feeling with the viewer. Okay, so the right position should be here, but let's say that I'm making for example a thriller movie, and I want to give a very closure effect to the viewer, a very intimidating view. So I could put this man over here a little bit bigger, just to give you the sensation that what is he's looking is very near him and can catch him, and this empty space behind him can kill him too. So depending on the meaning of your concept in the movie or in the photo, you can change this, but in the general rule is, if he's looking to the right, he must be here, and the empty space should be on the right. Okay, if he was, I'm going to flip this. If he was on the left, he would be here over the right point. Okay, so this is one use of the rule of the thirds. There are many other uses. This is another class. We can talk this later. But basically, we have the name is rule of the thirds because we have 3 vertical areas and 3 horizontal areas. So we can place things over these areas too. So we can use the points for the main objective, the main subject of the picture, and we can use those areas here to, for example, let's say that I'm going to choose Ctrl Z here. Let's say that I have, for example, a wall. I can work. I'm going to create a illusion here of the focus. Let's say I have this. I have, for example, a wall in the real scene, and I can put this line of the wall exactly over the line of the rule of the third. I can divide my picture in 3 areas. Let's say, for example, that I have a wall and I want to use the wall to compose my scene. So I will use this wall over 2 areas of vertical areas, these columns, and in this case I can put this guy here. Okay, or just a piece showing here. So I can use the lines of the shapes of my scenarios, my scenes, to compose better my scene. Let's say I had a table. I can put the table over one of these lines or over here. So depending on the effect I want to make to the viewer, I can change this, and I can use the lines and the columns to compose. Okay, but it's another class. Let's come back to Inkscape. We are going to talk about rule of the thirds in the future.
Cool.
Okay, but this concept, it's very important for a good composition. Okay, if you take any kind of picture from internet, I'm going to open here on Google. You can see my Google screen or not? No, only Inkscape.
Yeah, we can only see your Inkscape screen at the moment.
Okay, I'm going to change this now. Let's change this. Stop sharing, just to change here, okay? Stop share, it's not stopping. It's not stopping to share the screen. Okay.
So it was. We did see a different screen there for a second.
Yeah.
Yep. It was working.
It's not working. Okay, no problem. Let's keep going. I think I would show you some examples. I have a class. I did this class these past days. Sorry. Teaching Inkscape. Okay. I have a workshop, so I talked about this with the students. I don't have it here anymore. Sorry. Okay, I can separate some examples for the next meeting. Okay. So let's keep going about Inkscape. I have used here the flip horizontally and flip vertically. Another good thing here is that I can import bitmap images for composing. Okay, let's say I want to create here a Facebook banner. Okay, let's go back to the layer. I'm going to work here with background. I want a dark green, no strokes, so right button over the X area here, set stroke to none. Okay, now I'm going to create gradients here just for studying. Okay, so I have linear or radial, elliptic, okay, gradient, and I can work with stroke tool. We can apply gradients over strokes, but I'm going to use here over the fill. Okay, now I'm going to edit this. I can come here, I'm going to open fill and stroke, and I can change here the colors. Okay, so I'm going to choose another green. Let me see if it's fine for me. I want a little bit darker. Okay, I can change the position of the center of the radial gradient. Okay, so that's where I want it to be. Now I'm going to create, first of all, lock those. I'm going to change ball for layer. I'm going to lock those two layers and create a third one. New layer called text. So that's it. Now with the text tool, I'm going to come here, create soccer player. I have written this with the default font, but if I double click, I select all the text, I can change here the font. I'm going to use Fejala 1. That's one I like to use for titles. I just press the white color, so I change it here. Now I'm going to change the size of this. Pressing Ctrl and one of those dots, I can grayscale this. So I'm going to put it over another point, a little bit smaller. Okay, so that's my text. Now if I want to subtext, for example, I have a font here with the size of 72.5 points. I'm going to to put 80. Okay, to have a full number. I'm going to duplicate this, Ctrl D, drag it over. I'm going to change the size. If I use the 80 points for the title, the subtitle should be, for example, 40. Now I have a good size here. I'm going to change a little bit the color. Let's put it gray, for example. Okay. Or how can I discover? This is another kind of concept. How can I discover the better color, for example, to contrast with another one color? First, I need to resize it here because the zoom software was over my tools. I'm going to the wheel tool. So the easiest way to discover what's the best color to go over another color, it's going here. I'm going to take the dropper, take this color here to paint my text. So I have the text paint with this color, this background color. So here over the wheel color tool, I can see the primary color, the in English it is how can I say this, because we have two concepts with color. We have chrominance and luminance. Okay, I think that's the right name in English. So here I have the chrominance and the luminance over here, over this little circle white color here. But if I want to discover what's the best color to contrast with this one, I just move this point of the pyramid to the opposite way.